So with 5.7, we've introduced a new table editing aspect to the Explore Mode's chart editor. This allows you to filter, to sort, to group, and aggregate data in an intuitive UI, and then pass that data directly over into the charting interface that we had in 5.6. And you can kind of bounce back and forth as you need to shape that data prior to charting. And this is a really powerful capability because it allows you to kind of do all of this in a single tool. But this is a much faster way of kind of getting what you need, doing light data exploration, seeing what's in your data frame, and then jumping into charting mode. But best of all, what's happening under the hood is we're just writing code, and we give you that code. So you can preview it as you're working, and then you insert that code back into your notebook to then be included in your app. We now allow you to pick the version of Python for the workspace and for the deployed app that you're using. We support Python version 3.9 all the way through version 3.12, and I'll show you this in just a minute. This was an often requested feature, drag and drop. So finally, you can now move cards around in App Studio just with dragging and dropping in that side panel. And best of all, you can actually edit individual cards just by clicking on them. So in 5.6, as you may recall, you had to select any one of these data cards and either move it up and down using your keyboard or through this flyout menu.
Developers working in our workspaces can benefit from Plotly AI Code Assistant through many different interfaces. AI chat window, AI inline prompt window, and code completion interfaces help developers benefit from AI without interrupting their flow and switching away from their work. Plotly AI Code Assistant is naturally integrated within the development environment with deep contextual awareness of your code base, making suggestions and removing obstacles that benefit even the most seasoned Dash developer. When planning to build a new Dash app, if you ever get stuck and are unsure how to proceed, AI chat is right there to answer any questions you may have. You can ask open-ended questions, which help you plan and organize your thoughts as you're just getting started with a project. If you're opening up an old project or someone else's code base, Plotly AI Code Assistant can help you get familiar with the files that make up the app. With the Code Explore command, I can get an understanding of what this code base is doing and how it is structured. When creating code in a workspace, a powerful autocomplete helps predict your next edit. Once enabled, it is always on and will suggest edits to your code across multiple lines, taking into account your recent changes. It's also easy to use Plotly AI Code Assistant to add comments to your code.
So the first thing you'll notice when you upgrade is we have a refreshed DevTools UI, which you'll see in the bottom corner. Those of you who are familiar with the DevTools UI, that's great, but we're hoping that more people get to use the tooling in here. The callback graph and the error pop-ups are obviously super useful, and we're also adding some more visibility for the version of Dash you're on and notifications for when a new version of Dash is available. Under the hood, we've modernized the framework a bit. We've updated the default React version. So for component developers, this should be really helpful to improve the, take advantage of modern React components in what you're building, modern React tooling, and make sure that that's available to all Dash developers without them having to set a custom version of React. The main feature in Dash 3 that I'm really looking forward to seeing how our community takes advantage is Dash hooks. So Dash hooks is a new system for controlling the app lifecycle of projects, all in Python. We're recommending that you build your Dash hooks as Python modules, and really encouraging sharing those within teams and, of course, with the community as well, especially with PyPy. So for folks that have never built a Python package before, a Dash hook may be a good opportunity to build your own Python package and distribute that on PyPy, and of course, share it within the Dash community. We think it's a pretty cool system that's super dynamic in the kinds of stuff you can build. So to really get into it, there's a bunch of different places inside of Dash that you can control the lifecycle. You've got setup hooks, layout hooks, routing and callback hooks, as well as error and index hooks. These sound complicated at first, but for those of you that are familiar with Dash, a lot of this you'll recognize, and you'll see some of these patterns are really honing in on some of the ideas that we introduced with all-in-one components and Dash plugins, which were even earlier. You can also inject information into callbacks, inject scripts and style sheets into your projects without having to ask users to build code.